Today's agenda is all about what is data engineering and why we need it. Let's understand details about our complete practice oriented classes from scratch, right from the basics. We need to start from what is Azure, what is data engineering to end-to-end implementation. So in this short introduction class, we'll understand what is database to start with. Then what is data warehouse? What is data engineering? What is the relation between database, warehouse and engineering? Okay, we'll take all these three. Then next step. Once we learn about all these three activities, then we'll slowly understand about the components. Okay, we'll slowly understand about the components included in our data engineering course. We'll do it first. And then we'll understand about the prerequisites for the course. We'll understand it carefully step by step. Then the main key takeaways, we'll do it slowly. So this is Sai Phanindra from SQL School. I assure you complete practice oriented classes from scratch. Okay, we'll take it from the basics. We'll take from the very basics carefully. And here you go. I'll assure you, okay, that is fine. I'll assure you, I'll make sure like things are complete into practice orientation, right from the very basics, and right from what is Azure to end-to-end implementation activities we'll do. And when I'm switching on the camera here, I could see some delay in the screen sharing. So for now, I'll just switch it off. Okay, just to get some interaction, I made it on. Okay, to make it clear. Now, let's get started with what is data engineer, and let's connect on LinkedIn to understand more about us. I'll be sharing you my LinkedIn profile. Here it is. That gives more insight about our my technical journey. We can connect over there. We'll do. Let's get started with the concept straight. What is Azure? Why we need it? And why it is one of the hot cakes in the market? The black box on the screen beside SQL left, Power BI right. These three make a meaningful brunch. Let me tell you. Without SQL, there is no data engineering. I must say like 60 to 70% of our data engineering examples practically rely on SQL Server concepts directly or indirectly. Any SQL is okay. Any SQL is okay to learn few data engineering concepts, open source. But there are few Microsoft specific components that need Microsoft SQL. Then what is Power BI? Reporting. So data engineer is the backend data warehouse components and ETL components. They deal with data. Power BI is the front end. They deal with insightful reports, dashboards, analytics, visualizations, etc. This data engineering will be a useful option if you plan for Fabric or ETL administration or even Snowflake in future. The black box over here is really charming, really very charming and more meaningful. It has got a lot of options. In our course itself, the 7 weeks lengthy course at our school, yes, we have more than 30 components in Azure. It's a lengthy chemistry class. Let's make it meaningful. Let's understand what is Azure to start with. If you have option for next 20 minutes, please see if you can write your observation notes. A scribbling pad, it's really good if possible. So what's our agenda again? Our agenda, we are going to slowly start with what is database and 2 minutes. What is warehouse? 2 minutes. What is data engineering? Remaining part of our class. Let's go straight into our game. Database, a platform to store any type of data, any amount of data, fully secured, no compromise. And to work with databases, we need a software called DBMS, Database Management System. It's a software to store, secure, and manage databases. So example DBMS, we have SQL Server, IBM DB2, MySQL, Oracle, Sybase, so on. So different companies came with different products to manage and maintain databases. To manage and maintain database of different companies, different products. We call them DBMS, Database Management System. And one such DBMS in the market, SQL Server from Microsoft. That is our course. Our course is SQL Server implementation in Azure. For what? For implementing a type of database called data warehouse. There are basically two types of databases. Coming to the point now, two types of databases. One is we have OLTP environment. One is OLTP environment, and other one OLAP and data warehouse environment. The other type of databases like OLAP, HTAP, etc. We have them anyway. But to start with, let's have the concept of data warehouse. I repeat once again. We have two basic types of databases. Okay, two basic types of databases. Number one. Just wait. I'll just have my extended screen here. I'll just close few windows. Yep. Number one, OLTP databases. For what? For live real-time data. And other one we have data warehouse for historical data and aggregated data. I repeat once again, there are two types of purpose or two implementation purpose of data warehouse. Number one, aggregated data. Number two, incremental data. Aggregated data means in olden days we used to store the aggregated data in index views.
Camera.
Sorry, there was a question from one of the participants. Please tell me, brother. Proceed. Tell me. Yeah. Someone is speaking something about camera. Please tell me. Yes, I switched on my camera just to make it interactive. Yes. Tell me. Anyway, I'll continue. Okay. I'll continue. Where we are. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Shiva Prakashan. Fine. Thank you. Let's continue. Just to make it interactive. Okay. Yeah. If I'm on camera, it will be more interactive and more friendly, right? Okay. Just to make it more impactful. That's it. Okay. It's very important concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we have two types of databases. Okay. OLTP, data warehouse. OLTP is like living data, live data, real-time data, like a live ongoing IPL match data. Okay. Something like that. Live stock market operations, or today it's elections. Say live election poll reports we see in NDTV and few minutes back in our Republic TV, etc. Today it's an election day, right? So we see live data, that is OLTP. And other one, data warehouse, old historical data, old temperature data, old stock market operations, old election data. So from there we are going to have analytics, reporting, speculations, right? Projections, predictions, predictive analysis, machine learning, AI. So all those operations will be actually from data warehouse. Very simple, friends. Very simple. My server is my house. Okay. OLTP database is my living room. Data warehouse is my storeroom. That's it. Data warehouse is my storeroom. The same server we are going to create tomorrow. Yes, let me just put this way. Okay. Let me just put this way. So here we go. I repeat again, any server you take, We have two types of databases. I'm just using my extended screen. You have to bear with me, please. There are two types of databases. Number one, live OLTP. Number two, data warehouse. So whenever we configure our SQL server in Azure, this is our actual course, data warehouse. So live OLTP and data warehouse. Now Sai, why we are learning this today? This is our actual course. We need to bring data from live databases, unstructured non-databases like Excel file, PDF, JSON, Parquet, AVRO, etc. And then load the data into something called data warehouse. That is the end-to-end implementation. This is our actual project, part of our project in our course. On my screen now. Okay, on my screen. The end-to-end implementation, wherein we need to start from birth of data and databases to data factory to Databricks to Synapse to Power BI. See, it's all about what is what and how we need to interlink them carefully. It's a chemistry class. Remember, it's not a history class. So we need to have good stand on data. We need to understand the data first. That is important. So revise SQL concepts, revise constraints, joins, merge, revise stored procedures, parameters. See, we are not into core development of database or programming of SQL. No. But minimum basics, we need to have strong fundamentals. We need to play with data. We need to engineer the next level data, right? So make sure you revise SQL concepts. I'll provide you a checklist of activities in next few minutes. Please revise as per the checklist. No, Sai, I'm very new. Then yes, learn SQL with us first, or on your own, or from some other means. Learn SQL first, Microsoft SQL preferably. Then reach us for data engineering. We'll love it. We love the subject. It's very vast subject. Now let's understand. Let's come back to the point now. We have two types of databases. Okay. One is, I'll just put this way once again, back to our earlier screen. Two types of databases. OLTP, data warehouse. My living room, OLTP. My storeroom, data warehouse. Or for example, a showroom in the city, live OLTP, eye-catchy information. There we need to look more towards the actual operations, day-to-day operations. That is OLTP job role. SQL developers will take care. But you and me are data engineers. We need to take care of data warehouse, big data. No limit. No limit on the size of data. That is what warehouse means. And what kind of data we store there? Historical data, aggregated data, incremental data. So this is the technical workflow of our classes from very first session, next class from tomorrow. We'll start with OLTP, that is database source. Okay, the left side you see here, the left side. And down you see flat files as well, right? Non-database source. We use the valet parking service called ETL. And from ETL, we are going to get the data into the warehouse. Okay, so warehouse is our main repository, an unlimited big data source. From there we go for OLAP database called online analytical processing database, reporting, etc. Let me show you technically with a small interface here, okay, just to get some idea. I said just now, regular database is like a showroom. It has some limited capacity, limited space, and limited cost and compute. See something like this, we pay per GB, something like this, okay, max storage. And the maximum storage here is again limited. We have something called 4 terabyte limit. What is that? A regular OLTP database, if you go for the highest plan, let me show you here on my screen, this one. You see 4096 GB, nothing but 4 terabyte. This is a showroom size in Azure, and similar showroom size in Amazon RDS we call, that is OLTP. But you take Amazon Redshift data warehouse, Snowflake data warehouse, Azure data warehouse, there no size limitations. Let me show you. So warehouse is like a godown, and just like an Amazon or Flipkart data warehouse near to your airport in the city, right? Something like that. They keep expanding like anything. So here it is. There is no size factor at all. Nothing like 4 terabyte size here. It's unlimited space. We call it big data. So this data warehouse, I'm coming back to the slide now. This data warehouse we can implement using Microsoft SQL pool we call, Amazon Redshift, open source Snowflake, or another open source Spark. First and last part of our classes. In our data engineering, we take Spark, open source, and Microsoft SQL pool, POOL pool we call. If you go for Amazon, there it will be Redshift and Spark. You go to Snowflake, there it will be Snowflake and Spark. Spark is common. Without Spark, there is no big data, no data science, no machine learning, no AI. And I cannot imagine my digital world today without Spark. Yes, Python is great, but to make Python work on its data, we need Spark, remember. So Spark is in every example throughout our course, some way or the other. So though we say, friends, data engineering course, it is actually a Spark. Spark technology we are learning from first class. What is Spark? It is a compute and storage environment, BI. When someone says cloud BI, in olden days we used to call MSBI, SAP BI, Oracle BI, IBM Cognos. Everything are now replaced by using one single BI component called Spark. That Spark we need to learn throughout the course. Spark can be implemented in multiple ways. That is what we are actually learning here. Friends, hope I'm not confusing. I'm just giving you the fact. This is what we need to learn. Data warehouse. To implement data warehouse, there are different companies, different technologies. Everyone will use a common blood, common DNA called Spark. You take Snowflake. You take Amazon Redshift. You take Microsoft SQL pool. These three uses the common old friend called Spark. With this information, let's come to our actual content now. What is data engineering? It's a prominent job role for design of data warehouse, extraction and orchestration of data. We clean the data, we transform the data. Transform is like join, union, merge, etc. Change in data types, formatting the data, lookup transformations, incremental loads, pivoting activities, unpivoting activities, etc. Then finally, once we bring the data from multiple sources, we transform the data, we make it in a proper shape which is readily used by analysts, end users. So we need to store the data, right? For that purpose, there comes data warehouse. In olden days, we used to store data in an indexed view. I still remember 2005, my first job at Microsoft. I'm 2005 BTech pass out actually. Okay, we still remember, like we used to have 2005. At that time, only MSBI came into the market. MSBI in 2005 version, 2005 December, I think, it came. And we used to rely more on indexed views to store the aggregated data. But now we can store aggregated data in Spark, migrate it to SQL pool, or migrate it to Snowflake, any data warehouse. So storage is mainly for aggregated data plus other side of the coin, incremental data, historical data. So we need to learn how to carefully store the data, how to cautiously extract the data, transform it, and very important Spark, SQL, Scala, Python, and very recently Microsoft introduced AI in Databricks. Let me show you the interface here, okay, to get some idea, okay, good to have it. This one, we are going to work with something called notebooks, okay, very soon we are going to understand something called notebooks. And let me show you the AI options in Databricks part of our course. We need it, okay, for our resume we need it, for our day-to-day job work we need it, to build confidence we need it. And here it is, something like this. For example, here it is. It says start typing or generate with AI. Right? You see on the screen. This is something new. Thanks to Microsoft. They introduced this just, I think, 1 month back. Or, sorry, 2 months back. Now we are in May. I think Feb ending or March they introduced it. Because I keep working with these interfaces daily for my classes and my job work. So here, generate with AI. And say Python code for Azure SQL database access, and say submit. I mean, things are made more easier now, more interactive, more eye-catchy. See, what more we want? Please, everyone, are we getting it now? Getting some idea? Please,
Yes,
mic with
yes.
everyone. Yes, are we getting it now? The purpose
Yes,
of
yes.
AI, part of our course. Yeah. Others, please, I need your response, okay? I need your response, please.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, let's put our
Yes,
effort
yes,
in a
we're getting.
meaningful way. I mean, very simple, friends.
Yes.
In olden days, we used to write the code manually. Thanks to AI, it is making my job easier. It's not replacing my job. No, no, no. It's making my job more easier so that I can accept more challenges at work. Let's get the positive angle of it. So AI is everywhere on our screen right now, part of our classes. So who is going to configure database? AI cannot configure database, right? Isn't it? AI cannot configure database. We need to configure it. We are supposed to generate the passwords. We need to test the passwords and share it to the customers. AI can do few automations part of our course, as you see on my screen. So here it is. Hence, I was including AI part of our course. And one more interesting example, something called IoT, Internet of Things. I'll show you this example as in another 5-10 minutes. So storage, ETL, end-to-end integrations, part of our classes. So remember, storage, ETL, two sides of the coin. The integration is very important, your actual job work table. Our learning process and the Microsoft Data Platform dependency chart on the screen. For example, yes, we have SQL concepts with us ready. Basic tuning should be fine to start our classes because we got good amount of tuning activities, part of data warehouse and ETL in our classes anyway. So basic tuning like indexes, okay, stored procedures and transactions. If in case you are writing your notes, I'll include all the list in the notes anyway. What I said, basic tuning, indexes, stored procedures, transactions. Please revise these three concepts. That's a prerequisite for our course, for our data engineering, DP203. Let's make it meaningful. If you are going for Power BI, separate certification, separate 1 month journey with us, PL300, Power BI. Data engineer and Power BI mixed together comes Fabric, the actual stand. And almost every alternate week, I'll be having the demo classes for Fabric. I request you to sign up for it. To understand more like what is what, why Microsoft is coming with all these trending technologies now, and how we can implement AI easily into these items. In Power BI, we have AI. Data engineering, we have AI. Fabric, we have AI. It's not the PPT kind of or theoretical kind of learning we need. We need practical touch. How we use AI in our day-to-day life. That is important here. SQL the prerequisite. We have a separate trainer for SQL now. I used to handle SQL earlier because of my time constraints. Now it's being handled by a separate trainer, Mr. Gunashekaran, who is with me for more than I think 11 years in our school. Okay, so he's enjoying nice package. So we are safe. Very good. Is he very talented and has nice experience as well. So SQL, you are already aware of SQL, no problem. You can directly go for data engineering with me. Okay, if not, you may go for SQL first, then come for data engineering and Power BI. Either you may learn on your own or more streamlined, step by step, meaningful and cautious learning. You may be with us for about 1 month for Power BI. Only then we have Fabric. Again, Fabric is another 1 month. None of the examples will be repeated. No, I respect your time. So we are into the middle, box right now. Core data engineering. Once we expand the box, here are the requirements, the prerequisites to step into data engineering black box. Please revise constraints, joins, normal forms, merge, tuning activities. Again, what are those tuning activities? Basic level tuning should be fine. Indexes, procedures, and transactions. In transaction, you have something called lock hints, right? No lock, read past. They're very important. Get them. We use them in real life, day-to-day activities. Procedure functions, learn them. We have 1 month or SQL classes now. A complete 1 month full stack. And from SQL, you go for data engineering. Here in our data engineering, what we learn? Number 1, data factory. Number 2, data lake. Number 3, Databricks. Number 4, PySpark. Number 5, Synapse. Number 4, IoT. Number 6, IoT. Number 7, PURVIEW, Azure PURVIEW. And then big data. What are these components? What's the purpose of these? Give me next few minutes. Next. So yellow box is a prerequisite. Our course is 7 weeks exclusively for data engineering. The yellow box 4 weeks includes, this is a complete chart. I said the yellow box is there, right? That includes yellow plus green, both together 1 month. It's all about stuffing the keywords carefully, right? We need it. Every concept will be dealt with examples, straight to the concept, okay? We need it. You're already aware of the concepts, fine. You step directly into data engineering, and here it is. Data engineering left, back end. Power BI right, front end. I repeat, data engineering left, back end. Power BI right, front end. We'll do it slowly, step by step. And then finally we go for Fabric, in case you are planning for Fabric in future, just in case. You better do 1 by 1, step by step, safe actually. It's not just learning, right? Not just learning, you have to implement it practically. That's important. Our client knows what we know, right? Our recruiter knows what we know. So we should know what we ought to know. As simple as that. I mean, let's come to the ground reality. Mostly we get working professionals, experienced persons into this lengthy course. A fresher, I cannot say no. If a fresher stays, Sai, I want to learn data engineering. We don't say no, but a fresher profile for data engineering is something like, making someone to cook a Hyderabad biryani, making someone to cook Hyderabad biryani without any experience cooking a white rice. I mean it, friends. Okay, it's something like that. Okay, I mean the things are to be learned practically, right? I know how to get fried rice. I know how to get white rice, fried rice, then biryani. That's my way of learning. Same way here, we should know like what is data first, OLTP next, then data warehouse third. So without having any past experience on database or learning or knowledge on database, directly stepping into data warehouse would be something which would be, again, truly speaking, I don't want to use the term difficult. No, I am not dare enough to use the term difficult, but it may involve more time. Anyway, so good to have knowledge on database first. Understand what is data, what is database, what is query, what is procedure, what is function, why. Then step into engineering activities. It will be useful. In our classes, in our core data engineering, we will do first notebooks. What are notebooks? ETL activities, open source. Write pipelines, ETL activities, Microsoft brand. Finally, again, data warehouse, Spark database, open source. Azure SQL pool, Microsoft brand. So I mean very simple, okay? Very simple and straight. To implement extraction, transformation, loading, ETL, we have open source, Microsoft brand. To implement data warehouse also again, open source, Microsoft brand. I was telling there are 4 types of data warehouse trending technologies in the market, right? Spark, Synapse SQL from Azure, Microsoft, Snowflake and Amazon Redshift. Snowflake 1 month course for us, Amazon Redshift 2 months course for us. Separate trainers will handle. I never worked on Amazon Redshift. I never worked on it. I'm completely into Microsoft. Snowflake here and there. So you can ask me questions on Snowflake. I'm happy to answer them. But Redshift, I never worked on it. Let me be very frank and straight. So there are 4 important open source data warehouse technologies. Out of them, 2 we are learning in data engineering, Spark and Synapse SQL pool, Databricks, notebooks and data factory pipelines. So left side is all about backend, the actual cake. The cream on top of it is Fabric. Sorry, Power BI. Power BI. Mixing together, cream cake is what Fabric means. Just the back end cake, data engineering, and the front end cream, Power BI. And we have 2 separate certifications for it from Microsoft. With this information, now let me conclude here. So what we learned, we are understanding how to implement data warehouse, Synapse SQL pool, Spark databases. So in our classes, we'll be starting from the scratch, complete data engineering activities, right from Azure fundamentals to end-to-end implementation. Python part of our course in majority of the examples. Without Python, without Spark, we cannot continue. Part of our course. I assume we are all very new to Python, very new to Spark. We'll take it from scratch in a structural, meaningful way. So need your support. There will be a lot of questions, lot of interaction required throughout the course, including project solution towards the end. And this is the one you are seeing now right now on the screen, the complete data engineering keyword checklist. I'll include this complete PPT to your email. I request you to take a print copy of this particular screen, first screen and second screen. Take a print copy and third screen, that is, just wait, this one. Okay, 3 screens, please take a print copy. This is the first one I was talking about, and second one, this one, and see, it's all about clarity, right? What we need to learn, why, how, and when to use it. So the complete implementations I will take care. End-to-end resume part I will take care. That is fine. Part of our course, whatever you are given in the website sqlschool.com for your course curriculum, it's very much detailed, truly speaking. That I'll take care. We'll start from the very basics carefully. I request you to go to our website once, if possible. Let me just log out of my WordPress. Yeah, here it is. Please go to our SQL School website once. download the brochure. Okay, just wait please. Let me just log out of my account. You'll see one brochure there. Of course, you may even contact our team. They provide it immediately, or WhatsApp me. I will do it for you. Anything is fine. I request you to go through this data engineering course, and there you see course details, like what we are going to learn, highlights, course content brochure, and same brochure is again here. Okay, just go by the module 2 data engineer content. I tried my best to make it clear and straight what we are going to learn module wise. So all these items part of our data engineering course, step by step, every line we need to take with example. 7 weeks enough, no problem, we can take it provided we practice on time. There will be assignments you will submit by weekend. Same way, every module you see detailed content to make it clear on what we are going to learn, setting up our expectations from the course. Resume I will take care. Project solution I will take care. First you will try. The very first question in the interview, what we expect, what you did in the project, right? What are the challenges you faced in the project? What are your key takeaways? What are your daily challenges? Or why you are using Spark? Why not SQL pool? Why are you using ADF? Why not Databricks? Or how to use them together? So these kind of things are very important for us. We'll take it from the scratch anyway. And here is our notes. We'll start from the very basics. Complete notes to be provided. Without notes, I cannot expect you to practice, right? And I cannot ask questions. I need to ask you questions. You need to ask me questions. We need to make it interactive. So everyday assignments will be there. I repeat, everyday assignments. You submit your assignments by weekend. You need to give me some time to answer you back, okay? All the assignments. Next. So we'll be understanding everything slowly, step by step, module wise. The entire 7 weeks course is divided into total of 3 modules. Data Factory Synapse module, PySpark, Python, Spark and Databricks module with Unity catalog and CI/CD pipeline integrations, and end-to-end storage with IoT module. I was promising that I'll show you an example of IoT. Here it is. We'll be connecting to Microsoft data centers and understand live temperature data, OLTP, use IoT and store the data into a storage, ADLS we call it. From there we are going to analyze the data in Power BI. Machine learning and AI tools will come next from other teams, and they can even predict the future temperature, predictive analysis. So we not only do examples, in fact we have task items as well. So need your support, need your involvement. We'll take it from the scratch, right from the very basics carefully, in a more meaningful and informative way. With this, we'll stop for now. And what else? Yes, we'll start our classes from tomorrow, or whatever schedules you see on the website, you may follow them. You have 2 schedules on the website every time. One in the morning India time, one in the evening India time. You can look for them. And I will be the trainer for data engineering classes. I will be the only one for sure, 100%. I know what happens if I give this course to someone else, okay? I know what happens to my school if I give it to someone else. It's not a small cool cake. We need to handle it very carefully. It's a very interesting, amazing subject, trust me. But it should be handled very carefully. Very awesome components. Thanks to Microsoft once again. And the left side, you see the schedules for SQL. Right? We have got 7 schedules with different trainers. Myself, 2 schedules, and Gunashekaran for other schedules. Any further questions, clarifications, you can contact me. Glad to assist you. We'll take it from there. And just in case, once again, my contact number for your resume or any other kind of questions. This is my contact number, or we can connect on LinkedIn, or you may reach our team directly. Any further questions, please let me know. We'll stop for now, and that's it from my end for today. We'll start our classes from tomorrow 7 p.m. okay, only for today. Introduction class we got at 7:15 p.m. From tomorrow we are starting our class at 7 p.m. IST, or you may plan for later batches as per your comfort.